Welcome viewers to another episode of Founder Talk Show. Riding a motorcycle is a passion for many, but it comes with the risk of breathing in all the particulate matter, nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, and other toxics. But Shelios Technolabs solves that problem with their anti-pollution helmet. And we have the founder, Mr. Amit Pathak, here with us today. Welcome, Amit, to the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Arushi.
Tell us the whole story of Shelios Technolabs.
So we actually started developing the concept of Shelios in the latter part of 2016. If you would remember, that winter was the time where there was mass psychosis around how polluted the air in our cities had become. And that was a point of discussion for me and my family. And we were, purchasing air purifiers for the first time. And that's the time when we started actually thinking that how badly exposed are the people who are riding for long periods of time and exposed to the double impact of particulate matter as well as vehicular emissions. So it is with that thought process that we set about trying to create a new kind of a helmet which had an integrated air purification system integrated into it. Nothing like that existed before. We did prior art searches, but we started refining the product. After several iterations, we produced the first anti-pollution helmet.
Amit, let's get into the product itself. Are you developing a complete from scratch, a helmet which has inbuilt purifier?
What we have designed is a fresh helmet. So this is how the product looks actually. This is a full helmet and this is a BIS certified helmet. This is not a retrofit on any helmet. We designed the whole shell ourselves, and we designed this air purification unit which merges into the contours of the helmet. This has a micro USB charging port here. This has got air vents at the back. There is a fan which comes behind. There's a HEPA filter inside it. So we've got a air purification unit integrated here at the back. We've got a outer grill here which can be removed. You can open it. The HEPA filter can be extracted. A new HEPA filter can be replaced. You've got button here which can be pressed to operate the fan unit, and it circulates air and delivers clean air into the breathing area of the bike rider. Further, we've got a chin curtain which prevents re-entry of polluted air into the helmet. So this is the product that we had devised for bike riders, and now we are adapting this product for different application for medical and paramedical staff.
Do you have a solution that I can put it on, our riders can put it onto their existing helmets?
Well, we haven't designed it as a retrofit solution yet, because a retrofit solution is not going to be able to provide you the kind of sealing that you're looking at. So we've designed it as an integrated unit as of now. Maybe sometime down the line, we may plan to do it as an accessory, but haven't done it yet.
Do you have a manufacturing facility, or are you working with other existing manufacturers?
So we work in partnership with existing manufacturers and use them as our contract manufacturers.
Tell us about your team and talk about their skills and skill set which has led to this product being made.
Sure. So in my team, we've got people with composite skill sets in mechanical design, CAD modeling, then electronic design, then embedded technicians. So these are the people, especially on the product development side. Of course, our actual production is outsourced. So right now our team is more product heavy, but as we grow, we are going and building more people and more roles with market facing and marketing skill sets.
When you look at a helmet, one of the major reasons why many of the two-wheeler riders would not use or discourage from using a two-wheeler is during extreme heat. It's very difficult to wear a helmet and ride, especially.
Sure.
So does it cater to delivering them? I mean, I can see that the purified air coming in, but also is it a cool air?
No, it's not yet a cool air helmet. We're focusing this particular helmet more on the anti-pollution plank. But going forward, we intend to develop something to solve that pain area as well.
Go to the up north. Up north, you would rather not have any air coming inside during winter than air pumped in. So a controlled temperature would make a lot of difference for a two-wheel rider.
The advantage of having a device like this inside a helmet is that you can control the airflows. You can operate the air purification unit or the cooling unit when you need it. If you don't need it, you don't operate it. It doesn't take away from the functionality of a normal high quality safety helmet. It provides you with an additional option to utilize it for a specific pain area.
Today, we know the challenge with COVID due to COVID-19 is all about safety, health. What are you doing
Yes.
as a startup to address that concern through your helmet?
So there are two things that we are doing. One is we are adapting the helmet into a respirator. So right now our product has a air purification unit attached out here at the back. So what, and it's basically plastic and it covers the entire head. So there are multiple different form factors for it. As you can see, there is a belt attached unit which has all the filter media which can be replaced, and you can attach it from there. There's a hose which comes from the unit and which goes into the head mounted mask or the head mounted accessory. So basically the building blocks of the technology are the same. You use filter membranes, you use HEPA filters. We are now using some new mechanisms for removing coronaviruses also from the air, and then bifurcate this one helmet device into two separate devices and create something which is of use then for people in a healthcare setting. So that is how we are looking to adapt our current product to a new industrial requirement.
How soon would the product be available?
Well, right now it's at design stage. We would need some time to improve the design, to iterate it, to put it through into the market. So we suspect that with the right kind of support, we would be able to put the product into the market. The first pilot would probably in another 2 months time from now, we would be able to put it into the market. We are working on another product, which is a low cost indigenous ventilator product. So these are, the air purifying respirator and the ventilator. So these are the two main projects that we are focusing on during COVID.
Let's come back to take a step back and talk about the startup. Are you bootstrapped or you funded?
We've raised a few small rounds of funding till now. We've been funded by a group of angel investors. We've been funded by Tides IIT Roorkee. We have recently been selected for a grant from Niti Aayog under the Atal New India Challenge program. We have received a cash award from Qualcomm under the Design in India Challenge. Qualcomm every year conducts a hardware contest called Design in India Challenge. So we are prize winners under that. So we've had a couple of investments and some awards. And we are now looking to scale our offerings into the market.
They say during tough times, crisis time, big companies are born. Do you think this is a good opportunity for you, given the way the government of India is encouraging Make in India, and also at this point in time, banks are flush with money and they are willing to give to new ideas, new businesses at a throwaway, interest rates. Do you think this would encourage you to go in for your own production or manufacturing facility?
Yes, it certainly is an opportunity for an organization in the space like ours, because our efforts, they border on automotive and health applications. So there certainly is a lot of requirement for health devices right now. So we certainly do see lots and lots of work for Shelios to do. The government certainly has been extremely supportive through all the funding programs. But at the end of the day, the product has to stand for itself. the real acid test for any product success is the acceptance with the end customers. So it certainly is a very challenging and a time which has a lot of opportunities. I'm in sync with you on that, Sunil.
What's your plan going forward in next coming a month, a year or two from now?
The plan for the coming year is that we intend to grow our revenues in both the areas, the existing line of smart helmet, and then also develop our offerings around the PPE space, the respirators, and potentially we could be looking at completing a few projects on the ventilators also. So overall, I'm looking at organically building revenue into the company by addressing these solutions where we can leverage our skill sets and address the problems which are the need of the hour.
What kind of revenues do you do at this point in time?
We are doing small revenues at the moment. We've produced pilot batch. We've sold them to paying customers. We're improving the product as we go forward. So the revenues are still early stage.
And coming to your product, are you selling them through direct in store or through online? How are you marketing your product?
Most of the units that we've sold till now have been sold through our website. People have sought us out on online, and they've ordered the product on our website, and we've delivered it to them. We haven't gone in for any e-commerce yet, because by e-commerce I mean like third-party portals, because we wanted to first improve our product design, and only with the next design we would want to do a larger rollout of the product. So that's why we've maintained the sales only through our own existing website.
Amit, how often do you have to change the filter for the helmet?
We have to change the filter every 45 days to 2 months. We recommend to change the filter every 45 days to 2 months, assuming that you ride for say around 2 to 3 hours every day. If you ride more, if you're a person who's riding for 8 to 10 hours a day, then it would proportionally last fewer number of days. You can inspect the filter by visual examination. There is also a LED which glows, which will report you the time that the filter is due for replacement.
Any message that you have to all the entrepreneurs, any learning lesson that you would want to pass on to others?
So my message to the entrepreneurs is that a lot of early stage entrepreneurs who built a prototype and they are looking out to raise funds, the current business environment where investors face such great uncertainties in the markets are not very conducive to being able to raise funds in a venture capital or early stage investment or seed investment format. So my advice to also the entrepreneurs would be to focus on survival and to focus on getting through the next 1 year, building on and solving very in areas faced by the customers under the given circumstances. And then once we get through with this, the world would have been a new place. There would be a new set of opportunities, new working procedures, and then that's where we'll be able to growth investment happening.
Thank you, Amit, for being with us. Thank you for taking out your precious time.